This is Michael Popok for Legal AF and the MeidasTouch Network. Now, here's some election fraud we can all get behind. It appears that Donald Trump's campaign and Elon Musk and his hundreds of millions of dollars have been hacked by their own vote canvassers and door knockers who are supposed to be being paid by the door to get out the vote in the battleground states, but have figured out a way using GPS spoofing, we'll talk about that in a minute, to sit in the comfort of their local Starbucks, get paid for knocking on doors they didn't knock on. And as a result, you've got, according to the campaign itself and Elon Musk itself, you have at least 30% of the people who were supposed to have been contacted by these door knockers in Arizona and Nevada, at least, not having been contacted, yet the canvassers being paid by the Musk campaign. We're down to just a couple of weeks left in the campaign. This is no time for a major misstep like wasting 30% of your money and also checking off in your log some voter that you thought was actually contacted who was not contacted because somebody went for a double cappuccino at Starbucks. Now, let me show you there, so you don't think I'm making it up, that we have the receipts. We have a video that's gone around the internet that shows you exactly, or shows an actual canvasser or door knocker hired by Elon Musk how to fake the actual door knock using GPS spoofing technology. And listen to, when you listen to this video, listen to how just sort of kind of weary and nonchalant the guy is in teaching the hack. Well, then you just kind of push this button here, and then you go back to the other app, and then you plug in the house number, and then then you get your coffee, and that's how you hack and get paid. Election interference I can get behind. Let's roll the video.
All right, so here we get after you log in, you're gonna click a walkbook. I'm gonna show you. So you got a list like this when you log in. You just click whatever. And then, the house is gonna be like this. You gotta knock all the orange houses. These are all these numbers are houses you gotta complete. So, if you just go here, this location changer app. The way I do it is I just memorize, where the house is at. So, like if these houses down here. Looks the same way on the map, so you just move that shit over there, or you could type the address in, but this is way faster. See, so I just changed my location. Other house is right there. Change my location right there, and so here's the part where you need where it matters. So you click the house you want to do not home for about 5 houses. So you click the not home shit. Left literature, boom. Okay, and then you want to put a survey in. So this is the survey. So you click available for survey. This is what I do. I click definitely yes. Donald Trump, early vote, no, and survey. So it's pretty much that simple. So and then you go, you just keep bouncing between houses, and you don't want to go too fast. You want to make it look as realistic.
Now that's going around the internet, but more particularly, it's going around all the people that are hired by Musk's America PAC, wasting its money. Thank you. Every dollar that's spent on something they thought happened that didn't happen is one more dollar advantage to Kamala Harris. Now, Elon Musk, first of all, I'm on notice. I'm putting everybody on notice that I believe that this may have been the straw that broke the camel's back finally. This would be the undoing of Donald Trump, this last minute decision to effectively outsource to Elon Musk the entirety of Donald Trump's Get Out the Vote campaign in battleground states. There's no other way to put it. Donald Trump thinks he can buy himself an election, and Elon Musk thinks he can buy himself a president. And I'll talk about that in a minute. The reasons why Elon Musk wants to buy a president for his own net worth value, his own fortune purposes. Get rid of the SEC, get rid of the IRS, get rid of the State Department, get rid of the Department of Defense, and let Elon Musk just do whatever the heck he wants. We'll talk about that in a minute. But that unholy alliance is starting to pay dividends for democracy because Elon Musk doesn't know what he's doing. I don't know how to put this any better. I've seen the Cybertruck. I also don't think he knows what he's doing. I know people that own Teslas. I've never been that impressed. But at least he knows how to build the truck and apparently knows how to put a rocket, towards Mars. But running an election, the guy voted for the first time, I think 4 years ago. And in the last 20 days, you just throw the keys to your entire get out the vote drive to a guy who's never gotten out the vote before. I mean, I know Donald Trump, the vast majority of all of his businesses have failed. All of them. Trump Steaks, Trump Airlines, Trump Ties, infomercials, phone cards, you name it. Casinos, all failed. The only thing that's ever been reasonably successful is his time on The Celebrity, and he didn't completely own that show. And that's about it. And a couple of projects he inherited from his father, and then throwing his name on a bunch of things in the Arab world. That's sort of Donald Trump's business record. So I know he's enamored with, people that can do something like in an entrepreneurial way. And Elon Musk seems to fit the bill. But Elon Musk is terrible when he's not in his own wheelhouse, when he's not talking about a car or a rocket, and he's trying to run a social media platform, which is the closest equivalent to a voter campaign. He's done terribly. He's done worse than Truth Social. But Donald Trump is desperate because he never had a ground game. While Donald Trump and all of his sleeper cell of crazies have been trying to worm their way into election offices and canvassing boards and election boards, the Democrats are doing the ground game. Biden was doing the ground game. It inherited from Obama. We know how to micro campaign. We know how to find that super voter in that little micro band of demographics. We know how to knock on doors. We've got people who are physically human beings knocking on doors. I know this is a surprise to a lot of people, depending upon your age, but in 2024, you still got to ask people for their vote. You still got to knock on a door. You can't use a drone or a robot or even an ad or a social media campaign. You got to do that too. But you got to knock on doors with a clipboard and a smile, even if it slams in your face. You got to be on telephone banks, making phone calls, even if 80% of them slam the door on you or the phone on you. You got to do that. That's how it works. That's how you earn the vote. There's an old joke in advertising which applies to campaigns, which is at least 1/2 of an advertising budget for a campaign is completely wasted. Completely wasted. We just don't know which half. Same thing here in campaigning. But you got to have a ground game. Donald Trump never had a ground game. He didn't build any field offices. He was busy doing big rallies. Yay, I can win this with big commercials. Except every time he's had an opportunity to do something big and get a lot of eyeballs on him, he's passed. 60 Minutes interview, first time in 56 years. The other candidate for the presidency didn't appear on 60 Minutes. Pass. Donald Trump. As a kid, I loved eating cereal. But as an adult, I don't want all that sugar. And most cereals don't give me the protein I need. Then I found Magic Spoon, a nostalgically delicious cereal that tastes just like my childhood favorites, but without the sugar and with a ton of protein. And if you're already a Magic Spoon fan, I've got big news. Magic Spoon has turned their super popular cereal into high-protein treats that are light, crispy, and taste just like those classic crunchy cereal bars. Magic Spoon's brand new treats are so delicious and have already become my favorite before or after gym snack. Magic Spoon has literally changed the way we view our pantry in my family. Now when my wife and I are looking for a quick high-protein snack that makes us instantly nostalgic with that warm and fuzzy comfort food feeling, we reach for Magic Spoon's new cereal bars. Every serving of Magic Spoon cereal has 13 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, and 4 grams of net carbs, so you can feel good about what you're eating. The most popular flavors are fruity and cocoa, and there's so many more. Magic Spoon's brand new treats are crispy, crunchy, airy, and an easy way to get 12 grams of protein on the go. And for the first time ever, Magic Spoon treats are available in grocery stores with delicious flavors like marshmallow and chocolatey peanut butter. Magic Spoon treats have replaced all my other bars. Just the right balance of delicious flavor, great mouthfeel and texture, and the best part, they are high in protein and low in carbs. Don't tell my wife, but after a long day of Legal AF video recording and research, Magic Spoon has become my occasional midnight snack treat. Honey, we're out of Magic Spoon again, a common refrain in my household. Get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/legalaf or look for Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store. That's magicspoon.com/legalaf for $5 off. Magic Spoon, hold on to the dream, right? A third debate or second debate with Kamala Harris passed. That would have been 70 million votes looking at him. Super Bowl, what did he do there? Nothing. So turning the keys over to Elon Musk, somebody who's an incompetent, who is an amateur, and it shows. So far in the last week, all my reporting has been Elon Musk violated criminal law, offering a $1 million a day lottery to buy your vote, mom and pop America. That's a crime. You can't buy votes. And the week before it was $47. Now I think it's up to $100. They can't get enough with $47. $47 if you sign a petition and say that you're going to vote or whatever it's going to be. This is great for television, I guess. Television ratings doesn't get you elected. This idea, this decision to turn over the vote, get out the vote campaign to Elon Musk is a long line of bad decisions by Donald Trump. And I'm not even talking about the ones that led to criminal indictment and conviction. I'm talking about just since Butler, Pennsylvania, and the thing that whizzed by his ear. J.D. Vance selection, terrible. RFK Jr., joining with RFK Jr., how's that going? Not preparing for the debate with Kamala Harris, and at the 26-minute mark talking about dogs and cats and they're eating your pets because you got nothing else to talk about. Terrible. Dancing on the stage instead of taking questions for 30 minutes. I mean, Barack Obama just put it the best way. Let's roll the clip of Barack Obama commenting on what he's observing.
He called himself the father of IVF. I do not know what that means. You do not either. He said January 6th was a day of love. Do not boo, vote. It made January 6th sound like it was Woodstock. You would be worried if your grandpa was acting like this. No, I'm not joking. You would, right? You'd call up your cousins and you say, "Have you noticed?" So imagine it coming from a guy who wants to be given unchecked power. Tucson, we do not need to see what an older, loonier Donald Trump looks like with no guardrails. We have had enough of arrogance and bumbling and bluster and division. America's ready to turn the page. We're ready for a better story. We are ready for a president, Kamala Harris.
All right, so, right, if you'd be concerned if this was a family member, be more concerned because this guy's trying to get back to the White House. And the result of not thinking that you're spending money to get out the vote and you're not is that's advantage Kamala Harris because her door knockers are not hacking. I mean, they could, but they're doing their own audits too, and they're finding that the people are enthusiastic. This is what happens when nobody's enthusiastic about your campaign, except for the diehard red meat eating MAGA. Everybody else is like, here, let me show you how to hack so you don't actually have to help Donald Trump. Here you go. Just push this button, go over to this part of the app, and there you go. You don't see that hack going on for the Kamala Harris campaign, do you? No. Instead, this is what they're left with. This is I've said this before, I'll say it again. This is the incredible shrinking candidate for president in Donald Trump. He's melting under the lights. It's like the Wicked Witch of the West in The Wizard of Oz. He is melting. He is shrinking. He's about a half a foot tall at this point. And what is he left with? He's got to try to, with his little hands, he's got to try to punch up, talking about the genitalia of a legendary golfer, because that's going to whoop it up with the bro vote, I guess. Talking about the shower scene. Hide the women and children. Cover your children's ears when Donald Trump starts talking. Seriously. It's just totally inappropriate. I'm surprised he didn't say that in a grammar school. He's been known to do that. And the fake McDonald's, the phony French fry McDonald place, I take personal offense to that. I worked in fast food as a 15-year-old in New Jersey. I worked in a Chick-fil-A. Yes, I did. And I was the night manager at 15. And I wore the chicken suit in the Christmas parade in 1983, and I'm proud of it. No, there are no photos of it. I was attacked by a group of young Girl Scouts, brownies, who decided to attack the chicken inside of the shopping mall. And I'll tell you one thing. In the movie Alien, they say in space, no one can hear you scream. Nobody can hear you scream inside of a chicken suit either. I'll just leave it at that. But I'm over it now. But I'd take personal offense to him handing out fake French fries at a fake McDonald's at a drive-thru window, right? Like some demented hamburglar. I take offense to that, especially since the cameras never pulled back in corporate media. Just about 50 yards to see the pitched battle across the street from this McDonald's. Trump supporters and pro-democracy supporters battling it out for the soul of America in this battleground state. While Ronald McDemented is handing out fake French fries to fake plants out there. And right-wing media, who's got nothing better to say, has had no good news lately. Zero good news at all with the way Donald Trump is running his campaign. On the fumes, where he's so exhausted he has to cancel appearances, cancel his, he's not going on any interviews. He's too tired, he's too exhausted. That's what his campaign's telling people. They got to get all excited about the McDonald's fraud. Oh, he's cooked her goose now. That's going to win the election. Oh, right back at her. He right back at her. He's shading Kamala Harris because she worked one summer as a poor person who didn't grow up in a billionaire's household, worked in a McDonald's. So did I. I wanted money. I had a girlfriend at 15. I wanted to buy her a slice of pizza and a soda at the local roller rink. Anyway, I digress, but only for a moment. A lot of my hot takes are kind of like that. Anyway, what's the overarching thing here? A technology super guru, Daddy Warbucks, Mission Impossible villain like Elon Musk will get hacked with his own technology, and that's the election interference that I can get behind. We'll follow it all on MeidasTouch Network. And we got so much to talk about at the intersection of law and politics that MeidasTouch and Legal AF had a baby. There's no other way to put it. It's called Legal AF, the channel, the YouTube channel. And you can find it at Legal AF MTN for MeidasTouch Network. Come over there. I'm the chief curator. I'm putting together some amazing new contributors, people from the Meidas universe, people that you hadn't heard of yet, but you'll fall in love with at the intersection of law and politics. Find out what 50 million people a month now know, that Legal AF is the home of commentary and analysis at the intersection of law and politics like no other. So until my next hot take, until my next podcast, Legal AF, right here on the MeidasTouch Network, I'm Michael Popok, and I'm reporting. In collaboration with the MeidasTouch Network, we just launched the Legal AF YouTube channel. Help us build this pro-democracy channel where I'll be curating the top stories at the intersection of law and politics. Go to YouTube now and free subscribe at Legal AF MTN. That's at Legal AF MTN.